What's up, guys? Renasant here. Welcome back to the channel. We are in the Dark Root Garden still. It's actually been a couple days since I've played. Actually went and did a lot of stuff in the meantime. Well, it's been a couple days since I've recorded an episode, I guess you'd say. So I went and, because we now have the Lord Vessel and the ability to warp between bonfires, I went back to Anne Orlando and grinded the hell out of farming, basically. I basically just farmed those giants at the beginning of, those giant sentinels at the beginning of Anne Orlando for like 4 hours. Leveled up a lot. We're very over leveled. We're level 93. But mainly that's going in endurance and strength, just so we can wield different weapons finally and wear different equipment. I also leveled my intelligence and faith up to 20. Again, it's going to be mainly to use other weapons. I'm not going to be using spells or anything like that. So, we also wearing some different armor. We're wearing giant helm, black iron armor, silver knight gauntlets, and the shadow leggings. Not sure if I read the giant armor, so it's just the armor of the giant sentinels of Anne Orlando. We also bought the golem armor and Ornstein and Smo's armor, or no, just Ornstein's armor, excuse me, from the merchant that we met in the depths, Dom Hill of Xena. He's now in Firelink Shrine. So Ornstein armor. Armor of the Dragon Slayer Ornstein, who guards the cathedral in the forsaken city of Anne Orlando, believed to be the captain of the four knights. So that's interesting that he's actually the captain of the four knights of Gwyn. Body of the Iron Golem, guardian of the ancient Sin's fortress, slayer of heroes who ventured forth to Anne Orlando. So also we're using a great axe plus 10. It's very interesting that he is the captain of, talking about the captain of the Four Knights of Gwyn. As we're coming up here, as we're approaching this area, we're actually about to learn a lot more about the Knights of Gwyn. So these guys, they're not spirits or apparitions really. I mean, they kind of look like it, but they're basically bandits of the forest, protectors of the forest, if you will. They are not pushovers, right? They are actually kind of tough enemies to kill. Wish this guy would stop that. Yeah, they're pretty tough cookies for the most part. Almost all of them hit like a tank. And there is about 6 or 7 of them, I believe. There you are. It's hard to see this guy. This thief guy. Come on. Come and get me. They're so passive. Can't be passive forever, friend. R.I.P. The knight here. He'll actually be kind of aggressive. And this guy can actually heal, which is interesting. Luckily, all of these bandits are relatively easy to parry for the most part. If you can't get around them to backstab them, they're relatively easy to parry, so they shouldn't cause you too much trouble. We are going to go in there, but not just quite yet. One more thing. Two more bandits, I believe, over here that we want to fight. And you got to watch out for this archer, because those arrows are deceptively strong, actually. And this is actually a cool bandit right here, because we actually get some interesting equipment. Oh, okay. Apparently I missed. This camera is tripping me out. There we go. So we should get the Ferris bow and the Ferris hat. Just check those out. Black bow of Ferris. The preferred black bow of the heroic archer Ferris has a longer range than standard bows, but more difficult to use. Without proper abilities, results will be underwhelming. And you can see it requires 18 dex, so, but it only weighs 1 unit, which is pretty cool. And Ferris's hat. Broad-brimmed hat favored by the archer hero Ferris. Ferris was an accomplished archer, and though he was human, he ranked alongside Hawkeye Goff, one of the 4 knights of Lord Gwyn. His hat is universally popular among children. Indeed. So, the reason we waited to go into here until we killed all those bandits is because once we come in here and talk to this creature, the bandits will actually no longer be hostile towards us. This is Alvina.
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find me.
And she's weird AF.
Cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorius? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorius art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say.
Very interesting language there. So she spoke about Artorius and about walking the abyss and how we should just leave and not pursue Artorius or this story, I guess you could say.
Well, indeed, thou art a strange one. Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee. I'm Alvina of the Dark Wood. I command a clan of hunters who track down defilers of the forest graves. What dost thou say? Wilt thou not join us? Oh, yes, I believe we would suit thee well.
Yeah, why not?
I am very glad. And now thou art one of us. Let us establish a covenant. And here taketh this ring. If thou wearest that ring, it allows for thine summoning. If mine senses reveal intruders, then I will summon thee. Fend them off, sir. I beseech only this. I shall summon others who will, by their honor, work tirelessly with thee. Thou shalt receive great reward, and whatsoever ye shall pillage will be thine own. A true agreement, not so? But thou must heed the golden rule. The clan is thine own family. To thine kinsmen forever stay true. Darest not in any attempt to double-cross. Have no doubt, such wretchedness never will we tolerate. Ah, thou dost cometh. How fares ye? My hopes for thee are of the highest. Do not such a hope shatter with foul disproportion.
Alright, so Alvina's got a lot to say. First of all, we joined her covenant, which is the cat covenant. Ring granted to those bound by the forest hunter covenant. Answer Alvina summoning. The white cat Alvina speaks a human tongue and has lived since the early age of fire. It's key there. Alvina was a trusted friend of Knight Artorius and the Great Wolf Sith. So effectively, this is a PvP covenant. When you're wearing that ring, you can be summoned to help defend the forest from invaders. We're not going to do that, but thanks anyway, Vina. There's a sneaky little chest back here. A lot of people probably forget about with the stone armor in it. Very, very, very heavy armor. Albeit effective. 17.6 units. Whew. Moss-covered armor of the Stone Knight, defender of Darkroot Garden. The Stone Knight is a product of ancient magic, and although this armor is also imbued with magic, it's incredibly heavy. So those are those big giant Stone Knights that we fought previously. So you can see here, we're just on the other side of this bridge area right now. I'm trying to find, see where am I doing? I've lost it, guys. I've lost it. By the way, guys, this whole area here, this Darkroot Garden, it's just filled with the little bush guys and with stone giants. I mean, filled to the brim with them. There he is. So after you talk to Alvina here, good old Shiva with the badass Murakumo there.
I've heard all about you. I'm Shiva of the East, captain of the brigade. Let's teach you the clan basics now, as there's no time to chat in the midst of fighting. Except there is little in the form of rules, you hear. Fight and hunt as you like. Whoever's fastest gets the prey. That's the way we do it. Only, don't forget what Alvina said. Traitors aren't given a second chance, for any reason. That's about it then. Don't worry. It's a good old time, isn't it? Great to have you with us. Good hunting to you.
Thanks, Shiva.
Don't worry now. You'll be called in soon enough. Hunters with patience score the best kills.
Yeah, so Shiva's a really interesting character. You don't learn a lot about Shiva, but we will encounter him again. You see he has a friend here who's not very talkative, wearing shadow armor, and you'll also notice this friend is invisible, much like all their other friends. So anyway, just a really cool encounter there. So let's press forward here. And you see they kind of harped on one thing. They kind of harped on, if you betray the clan, if you betray us, you're going to be in trouble. They mean it. If you do attack one of the clan members, I guess you could say, then they will all become hostile again. So, also, if you leave the clan for whatever reason, they will become hostile. Ugh, why is there so many of you guys? Like I said, this place is just swarming with these things. Eastern set, which is actually Shiva's armor. Never really understood why that's out here. Distinctive armor made in an eastern land. Exquisitely crafted, this armor offers excellent defense, particularly versus slash attacks, which are one of the main threats in battles in the east. So again, it's kind of like referring to Asian culture, I guess you could say. Here we see the Hydra guarding the Darkroot Basin. We'll play with the Hydra later. Not right now. But I assure you, we will play with the Hydra. So I just like in Darkroot Garden, honestly, to just kind of like walk around the area, explore, take my time. There's no reason to go fast through this area. There's not just a whole lot of treasure, but there is some important treasure, like those armors that you don't want to miss. Not what I wanted to do there, Chief. notice this waterfall here. There's not really any treasure in the middle of the forest either. However, there is a little sneaky passage down here. Pathway, if you will. Wonder where this leads, huh? Not to that side. Yeah, this actually just leads to a soul item. Such a ripoff, right? Makes you think, oh yeah, I'm about to fight this Hydra. Not quite. Hello, pumpkin. Now, there's a ladder right here. If you go down this ladder, you actually can fight the Hydra. That is one way to get to the Hydra. There's a much easier way to get to the Hydra that we will discuss later. Not going to be this episode. And we'll get into the Hydra more later. He's not really a difficult boss, but he's not even really a boss. It's more like a mini boss. Alright, so this is an interesting part coming up here. Basically, there's these three giant, well, Alvinas, honestly. They're giant cat rat creatures. There's three of them here. They are, yeah, as you can see, super aggressive, and they're really fast. They do a lot of damage. They'll run off. You don't really have to kill them if you don't want to. There's not really a huge benefit to killing them. But we're gonna kill them anyway, because we're savage. There should be two more. There they are. Hello! Hello! Whee! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're on to us! Run away, boys! Ow. Luckily, with a fully maxed out pyromancy glove, which you should have by now, they're relatively easy to take care of. But those are super annoying enemies, so if you're lower level, you know, watch out. And another part coming up here is going to be another kind of challenging area. Of course, we want to follow the lights. That's one way. If you get kind of like sidetracked or lost in these woods, you can just follow the lights to safety, really. Well, relative safety. Alright, so up here is what I like to call Mushroom City, the Mushroom Kingdom. Now, these guys hit like a freaking tank, man. They pack a punch. And there is only two of them, but they hit like a tank. Ipso facto, point in case. Alright, so luckily there's an easier way to get to them, and also, did we not rest at that bonfire? Damn. Also of note, the big wolf rat things, wolf rat cat things, they do not respawn. The mushrooms do respawn, but the cat things do not. It's really not that bad of a run back, but I thought I rested at this bonfire. I must be losing my mind. I don't have to fight you, friend. So I'm not going to. Whee! Oh. Oh, you think you're nice? Because you got whips? Get away from me. Damn it. Are y'all really too close for me to rest? Yeah, I guess so. There we go. Alright, so let me show you. So, of course, and it's good kind of that I died, just so you can see that now these enemies are no longer hostile, as you can see. And again, this time, instead of going the long way, let us just follow the lights, see where they take us. See, like I said, much quicker. Thought I heard something creeping behind me. Get out of here. Alright, so again, this is the area with the rat cats. And just like that, we're already back to the Mushroom Kingdom. But as you can see, I mean, they can one-shot you. So, they do pack a punch. We too pack a punch. Boing! Thank God there's only 2 of these. They drop gold pine resin. I think it's a guaranteed drop, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't want to talk about it. Lord. I may cut to me getting back there and killing those guys. Alright, we got them, boys. And they're guarding a very interesting item, too. An enchanted ember. Ember acquired for weapon ascension. This enchanted ember, a form of sorcery, is a vestige of the lost land of Ulasil. Ascends +5 magic weapons to enchanted. The sorcerer's enchanted weapon that inflicts magic damage and is boosted by intelligence. So, if you're going to be rocking a magic build, you can do that. We, however, we don't really care. You can see we're on the other side here. You see all these little baby mushrooms. They're of no concern to us, though. You'll recognize this, of course. So there's our chest. We're actually trying to get to that big door over there. And you can't miss it. And that's another thing. If you get lost in this area, just know that you're trying to get to the big, giant, glowing door. If you put that in your mind, then you'll be fine. And this is our boss fight. Super emotional boss fight. For those who are familiar with the game or just Dark Souls lore in general, this boss fight is very interesting and, like I said, very emotional. And we'll get into why it's emotional later, but for now, let's just head on in. So as you enter the boss fight, it's not really much going on. You see a giant grave, countless other graves as well, swords, and a massive sword right in the center of the grave. Oh, hello. God, I love this boss fight. I love this boss. The fight itself is so-so, but the boss is just so cool. Ow. Great Grey Wolf Sith. And his big ass sword. So we will learn a lot more about Sith later as the story goes on, I'm sure. But essentially, Sith was Artorias's dog. Pet, I guess you could say. Not so much pet, but companion, friend. God, look at the boss is just designed really cool. I love even how like his back is kind of, I don't want to say like poorly, like poor quality or anything, but you can see it's like a weird quality. By the way, watch out for that spinning attack. That thing hurts. As you can see, Sith is not hard to kill at all. He's only got, what, 4 attacks total, maybe? Really, the only thing you want to watch out for is this spinning attack. I don't know why he's going way back there. Yeah, that thing's hard to dodge, the running attack. And one more attack here, and you should see something interesting. Ugh. Oh, we missed. Alright, here we go. Ah. There we go. So once you get him down to a certain HP, you'll notice he starts limping, and this is just the saddest thing in Dark Souls, man. Such a majestic, regal beast. God. It's just really sad, man. Alright, Sif. I hate to do it to you every time I do it. Makes me really sad, but like I said, guys, this is a storyline boss, so if you want to beat the game, you do have to kill this boss. I don't care what anybody tells you. You have to do it. Just straight up. bow to you, Sif. An honorable fight indeed. So 2 things there. First of all, we got the Covenant of Artorias. Very, very important ring. In fact, the reason I say that this boss has to be beaten to advance the storyline is because of this ring right here. This ring symbolizes Knight Artorias' covenant with the beasts of the abyss. It's where, like Artorias himself, can traverse the abyss. You gotta have that ring, plain and simple. And then also we got the Soul of Sif. Guards the grave of Artorias the Abyss Walker. Special beings have special souls. Use the Soul of Sif, who inherited the Divine Knight Sword, to acquire a huge amount of souls or to create a weapon. A very unique weapon indeed. And we will be creating a weapon with his soul. Alright guys, so that is Darkroot Garden in a nutshell. Like I said, there's not really much going on here. There is one more thing that we want to do though. We actually want to head down to Blighttown. And the quickest way there is, unfortunately, a bonfire that I thought we unlocked, but apparently not. No, guess we didn't. Oh well. I will just cut to us getting to Blighttown. So I'll see you guys in a second when I get there. Alright guys, welcome back. So we are now at the bottom of Blighttown. Just, oh god. We just basically came down here the same way we went back up originally. You may notice, look who's here, leaning on nothing. First of all, we see you back there, Mr. Ninja Warrior. Our good old pal Shiva is down here. What are you doing down here, Shiva?
Hello again. Strange to meet away from the clan and the forest. But while you are here, how about some equipment? I love collecting these things, but I can only keep so many. And you know, you are a friend. I'll sell them cheap.
Cheap my ass. Yeah, he sells some stuff. It ain't cheap though. 10,000 souls, 15,000 souls. Look at this. Look at these prices. Ugh. Makes me sick. Regardless, we're going to buy the Flamberge. Great sword with an undulating blade. Choice weapon of the slithering serpent men of Sin's fortress. Designed to flay the skin and causes heavy bleeding. Give me one. Stone Greatsword is the Stone Knights who guard the Darkroot Garden sword. Same magic we created the Stone Knights is imbued in the sword. And it actually, as you can see, well, first of all, it requires 40 strength to wield, 10 dex, weighs 18 units. But interestingly enough, it's split damage. So it actually does magic damage as well. And it does get an E-scaling from intelligence, so very interesting weapon. Demon Great Machete we have, Shottle we have, Uchigatana. Katana forged in an eastern land, known for its brisk slashing motions. The Uchigatana cuts beautifully and causes bleeding, but its blade is easily nicked. We'll take it. Washing Pole. Also a katana forged in an eastern land. Very unusual specimen with a long blade. The blade is extremely long, but as a result, quite easily broken. And then Demon's Great Axe, carved from the bones of fellow demons, wielded by the lesser Taurus demons. Claw. Demon's Spear, comes from the Batwing demons.
I see. You have a sharp eye for trinkets. Suits me fine. I'll be seeing you.
Yeah, Shiva. Alright. We're effectively done with these two. So now, you sure you don't want to talk to me, pal? Well, okay. noise, Shiva.
You
Heh, shows what you know, punk. I'll take your humanities, your Murakumo, your Iron Round Shield, and most importantly, your Dark Wood Grain Ring. Ho ho! Ho ho ho! Quee-hee-hee! What is attacking me? I lost my mind? I don't know. Either way. Lord have mercy. Let me put this, Oh, you know what? Just realized I forgot something very important. That's okay, though. Back at Artorias' grave. There's actually a ring behind Artorias' grave, by the way. But we're actually going to go over here. Just going to run past all these Ochos. If you remember right, this is where the Daughter of Chaos as well as Ingi reside. Well, one of the Daughters of Chaos, that is. This is Quelaag's boss room, of course. That probably wouldn't kill me, but I don't have enough faith. Okay, so this bonfire is actually, you can teleport to it, so that's why I wanted to go ahead and get here. Let's read those items right quick though. First of all, the Murakumo, freaking amazing weapon. Where is it? God, I love this thing. Giant curved sword forged using special methods in an eastern land. Unparalleled weapon, cuts like a katana but is heavier than a nata machete. Requires extreme strength, dexterity, and stamina to wield. So yeah, 12 units, 28 strength requirement, 13 dex. It does scale in this game with dex primarily, so we're not going to do a lot of damage with it. But and then a very cool ring, the Dark Wood Grain Rings, crafted in eastern lands, made of gold but with a wood grain crest on its surface. So this is actually the ring that the all those assassins were using basically, and I'm going to show you what it does. So say we don't weigh very much, say we're under the requirement for light roll, so under what, 35% or whatever, we're gonna fast roll like this, right? Well, with the Dark Wood Grain Ring on, it actually changes that into a weird little flip, and this does actually give us more iframes, so better dodging effectively, and it looks cool. And then the last thing we got from there was the Iron Round Shield, I believe. Yes, Thick Iron Shield of Shiva of the East. So this specifically was Shiva's shield. It even mentions it. It's the heaviest of the standard shields, deflects enemy attacks. A famous specimen from Shiva's collection, but none who have faced it have lived to tell the tale. Well, I wouldn't say none. Anyways, guys, in the next episode, I'm going to run back to Artorias' grave and grab something there that we need. We're also going to head back to Anor Londo in the next episode to make a boss weapon, believe it or not. And then finally, we are probably going to start doing, well, we'll probably begin doing Darkroot Basin, which is a very, very small area, but there are a couple of key elements to it, I guess you could say, that we want to do. So Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. As always, if you liked it, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and hit that subscribe button for me, guys. It really helps the channel out a lot. We'll see you next time. Bye.